Am I the only one who dislikes words? Like words aren't good enough to express the feelings, emotions, and thoughts that you have inside. It's like it demeans them. I think that's why I'm more of an action person, action oriented type person. Because I feel like my actions can prove to you or show to you how I feel about certain things versus using words. Now, in some cases, I guess words are cool. Yeah, but for me, trying to articulate what goes on in my mind, first the thought is in your mind and then you have to articulate it, that whole process. You have to figure out how to articulate it to the people and then you have to say it. And that's process is too much. It's like the thought and the idea loses its spunk, loses its fire through translation. That's why I love energy. I love feeling. I love those unspoken things because to me that speaks more than words. It speaks more truth than words. Somebody can say they love you or they care for you. They can say that all day long, but it's those actions that come about that's gonna prove it. Again, somebody can say they love you, they care about you, and they can give you a hug, and you don't feel that energy. And somebody else can say they love you and they care about you, and they give you a hug, and you feel that energy. That's why I feel like words just minimalize, actions. And also, words could be tricky because people can use this word and move it around and do this and do this and do this and do this, and now they done bamboozled you. Words are a way for people to be unrighteous and get away with it. That's why I say I love righteousness, I love energy, I love frequency, I love all of these things because you can't fake the funk on that. You can't fake the funk on that. The same words that they use to entrap you with contracts and this and this and this. Those are the ways that they hide unrighteousness. People hide unrighteousness through words. That's the number one thing. That's how a lot of people get away with things because they hide it through words. I was just thinking about that the other day when I was just trying to convey a thought. And I was just like, it keeps getting lost in translation about me trying to actually articulate it. It's like, damn, it just lost its fire. Or the words that I came up with or the words I was able to use to convey the thought. It was just like, it just don't really give it that oomph. And now you have to be a scholar in the English language, and speak like T.I., to convey a message. Sometimes when I feel like you could just convey that same message through energy, through eye contact. Like I said, you can say you love somebody and they can look at you and you can look at them, you can have this eye contact and you know the truth. It hit different. I say it might be for me. It might not be like that for everybody, but for me, because I'm part dyslexic, right? So it might be like that for me that words don't really do me a service. Now I'm at the point now where I know I have to use words, so I have to watch the way I articulate things, or I have to take my time in order to articulate my thoughts in order to convey a certain message. So I do understand that. But these are the challenges that I believe that I go through being part dyslexic. But I also believe a lot of people go through these challenges. Because if you think about it, how many times have you been in a situation where somebody had nice words or was able to finesse their words and they finessed you? Imagine if we was just able to sit and read energies and frequencies and we had like some kind of telekinesis. It'd be hard for people to get over on other people Because people will be able to feel your energy and see if you bullshit or not before you even open up your mouth. Why do you think so many politicians are able to win? Because they have that gift of gab. They know how to put certain words together in order to influence you. Why do you think so many scammers win? Because they know how to influence you through their words. That's why I say I believe words do people an injustice. I know it does me an injustice. I know it definitely does me an injustice. You know, and it's so simple because if you don't speak proper English or proper this and proper that, or use, spell things correctly and this and this and this, it's easy for people to disqualify you. Or you talk like this, disqualified. Or you write like this, disqualified. You didn't use proper this, disqualified. And now you see how that's already a barrier of entry to where you could be the most intelligent person, but you don't know how to put the words together as they have constructed. Again, as they have constructed, that is not something human, or that's not something created from God. The way that they put the words together and this and this and this and that and that, that's not from God. That is them. But you see that they have these barriers of entry in order for you to enter, and you have to speak like them, write like them, this, and if you don't, you're already disqualified. So where you could be the most intelligent person in that room, but because you didn't have the training or brought up with this and this and this as they did, it's easy for them to disqualify you. This is why I believe words is just bullshit. Yet we have to have them in order to convey a message. But the pedestal that we have put them on now, it's a detriment. I get why they do it. Like I said, it's to have barriers of entry. Because if I teach a certain select people how to speak and talk and write like this, and I don't teach the other ones, they already disqualified. You're already disqualified. Already. Already disqualified. That's why I believe in action. I believe in energy. I believe in righteousness. I believe in intention. That's why I don't like contracts. Because somebody could hide a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that in the contract, and it could be unrighteous. And you could think you could read it word for word and think it's this way, and it's not left, it's right. Or it's not right, it's left. And now you done signed up for something, and they put you in a hole, and you thought it was this, and it's not. That's why I don't believe in contracts. I don't believe in none of that. Because if something's not rooted in righteousness, I'm not putting my name on it. I'm not going to honor it, whether it's legal or not. I don't care. Whether it's a government contract or not, I don't care. If it's not rooted in righteousness, or if righteousness is not coming about, I'm gonna put my name on it. I don't care. Because ultimately, that's what matters is the righteousness part, right? So many people believe, oh, you have to honor a contract. A contract is a contract. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the mental fuckery that they put you in. You have to honor a contract that goes against God. Are you crazy? Or yet they say you're gonna be bankrupt. Well, shit, the nigga just gonna be bankrupt. Or they say you're gonna be this. Well, that's just what's gonna happen. But to accept something that's unrighteous, that goes against God, you crazy. Yet that's where I find a lot of people are in now. Like I said, and a lot of this stems through words. What propaganda? The reason why you signed up for that lease was because, the propaganda, the words that they used was able to convince you to think that you needed something that you didn't need. They taking us away so much from who we naturally are and our natural abilities. They're taking that away so far from us to where the things that we were able to use those as survival tactics, survival mechanisms. And now we have to survive off words. That's why they say speaking is a skill, is a gift. It's a tool because with proper speaking or being able to convey a thought or being able to articulate thoughts, you can do a lot. This is unpopular opinion, but look at Hitler. Hitler wasn't no big guy. He wasn't no big, strong guy. He wasn't intimidating. He wasn't menacing. But he had that gift of gab. That boy was able to put some words together and keep people's thought, keep people's mind active and attentive. And he was able to convey thoughts and articulate what he wanted, and he had passion, and people fell for it. Like I said, I'm not honoring him or anything like that sort. I'm just telling you history. That was when it came to speaking. Hitler was a bad motherfucker. So I'm just using that to convey my message and saying how words could be a detriment. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. It's Rich. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.